Hello? Hello, hello, hello? Hello? Hi. How's everybody? Happy Friday. Sometimes I don't know what day it is, and the only way I know is when I have to stream. But hi Kitchen, Serenity, Jazzy, hi. Am I feeling better? Slightly. It's been kind of weird actually. It's been like a lingering not so sick. Like, I would think it's allergies, but I've been taking an allergy pill, so I don't even know. I must be somewhat sick? I don't know. Either way, I've been working so hard lately that it's like non-existent to me until somebody says, "Oh, you're sniffling." I'm like, "Oh, I am. I'm sorry. Is that annoying?" You know? Like, I don't notice it until someone brings it up, because lately I've been just running myself ragged. Which leads me to my next point. I'm probably not going to stream very much today. Maybe an hour, if I can even do that. Gabe is in St. Louis? Yeah, I think he's in Missouri. So, it's just me and the dogs. So you might hear Bruni start crying, which she already is starting to. Go night-night. Go night-night. Just for an hour. Just for an hour. Because usually what happens is, like, Bruni will start crying or something, and then, you know, Gabe will take her in the other room, and he'll be able to babysit while I'm streaming, and vice versa. But since he's not here, we don't really have that luxury. So, we're gonna try and see how it goes. If she starts whining too much and I'm not really talking about too much stuff, then I'll probably just mute it so you don't have to listen. But some reason she gets jealous when we stream. Like, she knows we're talking to people that aren't her, and she seems to just get really, I don't know, because like right now she just come up, nuzzle me, and she just wants pets. So it's almost like she's jealous, you know? I don't know, it's really weird. So today, I'm on this, this like sticker kick. I don't know if you guys saw, but I've got some stickers that I put up that are woolly bears. Let me see if I can just bring up some. I put up a bunch of stuff about them, but real quick. So I've got these woolly bear stickers that I put up on my Etsy, but they're also free to the people that are on my $6 tier because they have to do with the Guardian of the Month. So those people get them free because obviously they're part of the guardianship, but I got a tickle in my throat now. But I've been wanting to do these hamgiri for a long time. I got the idea one day and I was like, well, that's damn cute. Little hamster onigiri, you know, that they're just like little hamus. This one's like bottom is just dark because he's sitting in soy sauce. I thought that'd be cute. And then using the nori as like a little blanket. So I'm gonna just, with the time we've got today, the limited time, I figured I'd just kind of start, you know, just inking them, and then we can talk and catch up and whatever. But in 2 weeks, I think it's 2 weeks. Let me check. 2 weeks. Yeah. So this time in 2 weeks, I'll be at Dragon Con. So I'm trying to finish 6 commissions to send out before then. I'm trying to finish a coloring book. I'm trying to get my Patreon rewards out. Yeah, in 2 weeks. So we'll see how that goes. The coloring book so far looks pretty cute. It's gonna be thick because I didn't want to do double-sided pages because I wanted people to be able to cut them out and whatever. But I'm thinking that the next run I might have to do double-sided because this is a very thick little coloring book. And unlike most coloring books that are like maybe 15 images, this has 30. So it's tough, but we'll figure it out. It is a lot of work. It very much is, Serenity. It's very true. So it'll take me a little bit to you know, do all that. But luckily when Gabe gets back, he's gonna be kind of doing the babysitting job with the dogs, so I won't have to worry too much about that. Let's see. Come on. You gonna fill or what? Lay down, honey. Yeah, she's already starting to cry. So like I said, if she starts going a little bit crazy, since I don't have Gabe watching her, I'll probably mute it. But I don't know why she gets this way with Twitch. Bruni, come on. Oops. I muted the music. Sorry about that. Bruni, no. Come on. So Gabe's at a zine fest. And he's with Sniggle and Goss, technically, if you know Gossamer Art. They're gonna all be hanging out. And Gabe's brother. So yeah, sorry for the no cam too. I think this is my second time in 2 weeks without the camera. But that's because I don't really have the time right now to get all dolled up. Put my ears on and all that. Hold on, she's crying. How have you guys been, though? Like, Serenity, how's your stuff going? Jazz, you haven't been here for a bit. How you been? How's your summer? I think I'm gonna just flip and copy the other side. So Gabe and I got this Cricut machine. It's pretty awesome. I wouldn't suggest buying it unless you really know you're gonna use it. They are kind of expensive, so unless you've, like, what I would suggest doing is before you buy any big expensive thing, make sure you've got a couple projects already in mind. Like, I would do like a list of at least 5 things that you're like, oh yeah, and then I could make this, and I could make this, and, you know, make sure they're good things that you think would sell, because, yeah, cool, you want to do them, but also make sure, you know, you think they'd sell well. And once you figure that out, you know, put aside the money for it, because as a freelancer, you can write it off on taxes, which is really nice. Any big purchases really help at the end of the year. But I definitely would never just buy a big piece of equipment without planning ahead of time what you're going to use it for, and maybe even have the projects ready, you know, for when you get it. So the Cricut we got it on sale, but it's normally like $400. But since we have many things we can use it for, not just stickers too, we just thought overall it would be a really good purchase. And so far it definitely has not let us down. There was a small learning curve that I had to get used to, but honestly, it was easy enough. So I'm really tech savvy for the most part though, so Bruni, don't sit on Chancho. Come here. Don't sit on him. Sit down right there. That's a good spot. Sit. Lay down. Lay down. Just lay down. You're tired. Go night-night. Lay down. That's a good girl. Good girl. Yeah. See, now she wants belly rubs. Now the other dog's really tired. Oh, guys. The other one's really hot. No, I told you to sit down. Lay down. Lay down. Stay there. Good girl. Stay. Stay. I exist and that's the most. Oh, Serenity, you poor baby. I wish I could give you so many hugs. Laid off a few weeks ago, but I'm relatively happy with the screenplay I've written. Well, that's good. That's a good trade-off. Was it a good job or a bad job? Like, were you happy to have been laid off? I know some people are always waiting to get laid off, so maybe it was that sort of deal? Oh, good. Surprisingly, puffy shirts are really difficult to find that fit you. Like, yeah, they always look like they'll fit everybody right, but they really don't. And I can attest to that, so I totally feel you. We're gonna actually take this side from this side. Later on, though. Don't sit on Chacho. Yeah, Bruni has this thing where she sits on the other little dogs to assert her dominance, I believe. Here. Butters, come here. Come here, honey. Here, go sit with Chancho. Here you go. Bruni, you should come over here. Look, got your elk. Want your elk? Here, you guys, hold on one sec. I'm gonna go smear some peanut butter on this so Bruni's got something to hold her attention. That. It's gonna be loud. Come here. Not on the floor. Over there. Turn upside down. Okay. Kept getting hurt. A rock shot into my eye. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Jazz, you're too young to have those problems yet. No, it's probably good you got out of there. Seriously, that doesn't sound good. Getting a rock shot in your eye? That feels like grounds for a workman's comp, man. I bet you weren't even getting paid enough, were you, to get that kind of danger? Chancho, don't lick the bed, honey. Hey, don't do that. Get in there. Oh. Let me get them some toys real quick. Put it upside down, don't you? Upside down. What there's nothing on that side? Here, Chacho. Chacho, come here. Alright. 11.50? I don't even know if that's good anymore. I don't know what, like, minimum wage even is. Is that minimum wage? I don't even know. Oh, Oh, $7.50. That sounds out of date. I thought minimum wage was at least close to 13 at this point. I guess it depends on where you live, maybe? I don't know. Someone needs to Google something because I'm just speculating at this point. Oh, 920. Get it out of there. Cough it up. $7.25? Wow. I think for a lot of these I'm just going to steal the feet and ears from another one just so they're consistent. There's nothing wrong with that. That's working smarter, not harder, if you think about it. He is his little nori blanket. Little seaweed blanket. So these hamsters are made out of rice. You guys know what onigiri are, right? Onigiri. Like that. O-N-I-G-R-I. Onigiri. This sticker set's gonna be called hamgiri. Like hamgiri. So they're all hamsters that look like onigiri. Which I thought would be really cute. And that's why the one on the end is sitting in a little soy sauce bath and his bottom's all dirty. Thought that'd be cute. Oh, come on. Right? It's like the only time I've thought of a cute animal food hybrid. That seems to be really popular at anime cons lately, so I've seen it everywhere, so I'm guessing it just at one point has basically imprinted itself in my mind. So, okay. Let's make sure this is saved as a Clip Studio file, because luckily Clip Studio does recovery just in case something crashes. Even though I don't have things crash anymore, I'm still kind of paranoid they will. Ever since this one school project crashed and corrupted on me in college, I'm paranoid. And that was, God, how many years ago? Over 10 years ago, and it haunts me still. So, that's one of those things where bad things end up helping you. I'll have to move things around later too. This one's got some chopsticks. I might wait to do him. I'm gonna do this soy sauce one real quick. Me too. Serenity, me too. I hope he doesn't get eaten. I assume he's just there to look cute. I wouldn't eat an onigiri ham. I think they're cute. It's funny how something so simple and cute sometimes can take you a bit to even get looking the way you want to. I'll show you this later. Like, the ones up here were my first couple, and it took me a little bit to get to the proportions and stuff I liked. So I'm also going to put little sesame seed toppings on some of these, and I don't know. I just thought it was time I did some more fun stuff. It's hard when a lot of my friends are like fine artists and they do a lot of stuff for like Spectrum and, you know, a lot of fine art things, and it's like, that's not me. Sometimes I feel pressure to do that, but lately, since I've kind of not lost contact, I guess, well, they don't really talk to me anymore, but since we don't talk anymore, I guess, and I haven't gone to a con in a long time, I haven't felt as bad a pressure as I did in the past. So I'm not kind of trying to be something I'm not, which when you're surrounded by people doing fine art and you later find out that's not what you wanted to do ever and you were trying to do it, you're a lot happier. I mean, it's one thing to have pressure to do fine art, it's another thing to not want to actually do it and to find out that that's part of it, you know? Yeah, and I don't. They like to party and stuff too, and that's not what I'm about at all. And it took me till I was 30 to actually start saying no to it. And you do lose friends, you know, because they'll say you're not fun or you don't have fun or like to have fun. It's like, I do. And it's really weird because the other day, yesterday actually, I was talking to Gabe and I was like, you know, when I really had fun with friends, like the last time I had a lot of fun with friends, it was probably when I was like 25 and we'd all be going to somebody's house to play Rock Band or just video games in general because, you know, I was heavily into video games and that was before I got into the gaming industry. Once I got into the game industry, it really destroyed my love of games in a lot of ways. So that didn't really come up again. And, you know, I was thinking, well, when was the last time I had fun with friends? And that was it. Like, that was a long time ago. I was 25 almost 10 years ago. That's crazy, you know? So, that's interesting too. So it also could have just been the type of friends I had, you know? That the ones that I had recently, I was trying to be like, well, why am I not a good friend? And it's like, no, I kind of just happened into these friends and, you know, just because I found them out of necessity at the time doesn't mean that, you know, they're the types I need. And I think a lot of people need to hear that the friends you have right now may not be the ones you need. They might be easy ones for the moment, the convenient ones that, you know, are good to have around and nice for the moment, but they're not the lasting ones, you know, and that's okay. There are all types of friends. It's true, Serenity, but I also found out one of them would always say, well, you know, when we see each other again, it's like, you know, we just haven't talked for a little bit, but we're still good friends. It's like, yeah, but we don't even, like, talk. And then I realized, no, that's not true. Like, if somebody really is your friend, they'll care about you, they'll ask you how you're doing. But if they never talk to you, even for small talk or anything, they're not really like a close friend. They might be an acquaintance at that point, but they're not, you know, they're not close. And I guess I've never been one to have many friends, so I learned kind of the hard way that there are all different kinds, and you might be a faraway friend to somebody, but you thought you were a close friend to somebody, and then you find out you're not. You know, stuff like that. Or vice versa, even. You know? So, that's important to know, that it's not always the same. I mean, Gabe's my best friend. And as you get older, that's just gonna happen too. If you find yourself in a relationship with someone you can call your best friend, that's basically what it ends up like. You know? And I was never one of those girls to have like girlfriends over and have a girls' night or any. I have no idea what that's like, you know, and I'm okay with that. I was always kind of a tomboy, but then like once you get in a relationship, you can't really be a tomboy anymore unless you're always, you know, with that person, because there's like an acceptable time to hang out with guys and be in a relationship, but like I don't know, there becomes an age where it gets really weird. Like if I went out with a guy alone now without Gabe, it just, I don't know, I would feel really weird doing that, so I don't ever want to do that. I wouldn't want him to worry, or, you know, why would I want that anyway, you know? So it's weird. But I'm really okay with all of it. Like anytime I'm getting down about, oh, I never go to things or I never get out, I ask myself, would I actually go? And I'm like, no, probably not. I enjoy my own company too much, and Gabe's. So I get enough when I go to conventions. That's my dose of people. And then I'm basically good for a while again, you know. I'm going to actually do the chopsticks with a straight edge tool. So I'll do that later. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I'm not thinking right. 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Okay, so you can see here when I was trying to like I was exploring what style I wanted to do these in. This one's a little bit too fat and not enough triangular for me. So when I did these other ones, I kind of figured out the proportions I wanted. See, Serenity, but that's a good enough excuse. You know, that's a good excuse. I've gotten to the point where I'll just say I don't want to, and I feel like that's kind of a doucher move on my part, but if I really don't want to, I won't, you know. It's one of those things. But like I said, at least, you know, you've got a good excuse. You shouldn't feel bad about that at all. Or like, I haven't had a friend to just like sit and watch movies with, other than Gabe, for over a decade. Easy. But it's like, at this point, it's weird. I don't want one because I've got Gabe, you know? I think that's just the adult life setting in. Good girl. Good girl, Smushy. Oh, thank you, Jazz. I'm glad you like it still. Serenity, you are not. You're the type of friend that would probably fit really well with me, let's be honest. There are some that, you know, like a lot of action and like to go do things, and I don't know. Not me, man. I like being the quiet at home type. Like, I even think sometimes coffee shops are too noisy. Like, depending on what I'm doing, if I'm writing, I can't be at a coffee shop. I don't know how writers do it. I get really, like, distracted by everyone's conversation. I can go to one to draw, but man, I can't do it to write. You okay, Chancho? I mean, Serenity, also don't hold yourself to the world's standards. You know, if you think the world wants a friend that does this, this, and that, and you're not that type of person, that doesn't mean you're a horrible friend. You just need to find a friend that fits you right. Which, I've read a lot of articles about having friends when you're older, like my age. And it's funny because they actually say that you end up dating friends. Meaning that you treat friendships as you would finding, like, a mate. When you're this age, you have to actually go about finding a friend in a more meticulous, lasting way. Like, you want to make sure the person you pick is going to be there a while because you don't have time to waste, you know, when you're a little bit older. So you end up, you know, really quickly going through, well, do you like this? What kind of things do you think are deal breakers? Blah, blah, blah. It's almost the exact same process, minus the romantic aspect, you know? Yeah, Jazz, that's pretty close to what I do, I'll be honest. Except I'm usually working. I think we do get along well, Serenity. I think we're fine. I mean, the fact that we've already got Twitch is kind of a, how do you say, like a common interest, you know, that says a lot. Exactly, and that's what you do when you get in, like, your 30s, and if you've already got, like, even if you don't have, like, a serious relationship going on, you still want to treat, you know, any friend or person coming into your life as somebody that, you know, like, if I were gonna do it, date around friends, I'd want to make sure they're not full of drama. They're not the kind to stir drama. Maybe they like to be quiet, too. I've found that my best friendships in the past have actually been with really passive people. Like, because I'm not a passive person, so my favorite ones are with passive people, because a lot of the time I respect their, like, their soundness, the fact they're kind of calm, and, you know, they balance me out, I feel like. One of the best friends I had growing up, and I mean when I was a little girl, she was super shy, but she was so fun and just adorable. She was just a great friend to have. She's super positive, but she was quiet and timid, and I respected her a lot. But I feel like in the industries lately I've tried to make friends, they're all a little bit too much like me. And I think that kind of hurts my my friend-making abilities, you know? Because I think it's good to have friends that aren't really like you. Maybe you have the same interests, but maybe, you know, different personality types. I think that can really help. See? Serenity? So we'd be good! I think it'd be fine. But that's the thing, it's like I notice, and someone recently that I met in the past, when did I meet her? 2 Novembers ago. Wow, it's already been 2 years. 2 Novembers ago. And she's ridiculously passive too. And her and I get along great. We don't live in the same spot, but Bruni, just take a nap. She's laying on the ground right now just crying. Sometimes I can get her to do it back. She always does this thing that she cries before she takes a nap, or like whines herself to sleep. And it's not even that she wants anything, she just cries and I guess hacks stuff up. I'm pretty sure Chancho thinks she's gross too. So every time she does something gross, he gets up and walks away. What are you doing? Come here. You want pets? You want scratchies? Come here. You gonna lay down? You gonna go night-night? Hmm? Oh yeah. I feel that, Serenity. I get you. I'm sure if we met in person, that would be totally fine. I'm gonna be crazy tonight and try to pump out like 2 or 3 pencils of commissions. Once I have pencils down, I feel a little bit better about doing the rest of the commission, like the flats and stuff. It's just, I have a lot of pressure when it comes to getting the actual, you know, base down, because I want to make sure I get the entire composition they want. Gabe is also sorry he didn't stream the other day. He was busy too because he was preparing for this trip that he's on right now. So these past 2 months for us have been just stupid crazy. I mean, I'm trying to think if the rest of the year should be okay. I have Dragon Con and then I have one more convention. And then Gabe has New York. And then I think he's done. So we don't have too many cons left. Which, it's been really nice this year not having as many cons as we did last year. Last year's way too much. I don't think I could ever do that again. But... Okay. Hey, Bruni, leave her alone. Come here. Bruni. Hey. Come here. Leave her alone. Hey. I'm gonna put you in timeout. Come here. Leave her alone. Sit down. Lay down. Good girl. Go night-night. Go night-night. You know, Serenity, if you wanted to, you could just do like a no talking stream. Lots of people do that. If you don't feel comfortable enough yet, or like if you're feeling too mushy that day to talk, kind of like how I've got my little GIF up since I don't want you guys to see me in my natural state. You could do something like that where you could just have a thing up that says, mushy brain, no talky talk today. You know. I think for the most part, people would understand. You know. I'm trying to think of how this piece of nori would work. So it goes behind him. So I think... Hi, honey. Why don't you go sleep? Huh? You're obviously tired. Since Bruni's almost 10 months, she's still a puppy, but she's like in this weird adolescent stage. So she's still defiant, she's still rebellious, she still bucks our authority, all that stuff. But the thing is, she fights naps like a toddler would. You know? Like, she'll lay on the floor and have a tantrum because she doesn't want to go to sleep, even though she's clearly tired. Don't sit on Chacho! Good lord. What kind of a workspace do you have, Serenity? Like, what kind of a desk? decide if I even want that kind of detail on the foot or not. Oh, that looked okay. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, actually, I kind of like that better. Don't you start. Bruni, go night-night. Don't you fight Mama. You go night-night. I don't want your whines. It's cute, but I don't want it. You have a whole hour until dinner. I'm not giving you dinner early. I know. I think this year has been really good for Gabe and I in terms of finding out what we want to do. Him more probably than me. But he's been doing a lot better with his zines and stuff. Swinging arm. So is Gabe's. Actually, can't swing it to the point where I can set up my cam in my door. No, that's okay. So it actually sounds. I guess I can kind of draw it over here. No, Bruni. So Gabe's setup. Tell me if this is kind of close. So Gabe's sitting here, right? Here's Gabe. He's got his. I'm gonna make him into a square. He's a square. So anyway, he's here. He's, his hands are here. His Cintiq is right there, and it is on a swinging thing that's attached to his desk, right? But then his monitor is on kind of a pedestal thing, right? It's got little footies that's on a table. And then his camera is technically this. So this is his cam. It's using his monitor. And then if he does have a traditional cam, it's set up down here, and it's looking down there. Otherwise, he's using the pen display. So he's got one cam here that's auxiliary, right? But the other one's just built into his monitor. And then my setup, I'm very happy with. I'll do it top down for mine. So for me, I'm drawing, right? Usually my hand's over here on the keyboard. And then I've got my pen display, right? And then I'll probably have to draw this another way too so you can see how it's working. But I'm like that, and then I have my big monitor that's back here, and it's in a hutch that goes over it, and then my traditional camera is actually on top of the other monitor on the hutch, and I actually have it suspended over my traditional area. So from the side, mine looks like, like I said, it's got this overhang. Here's my Cintiq, here's my traditional cam, right? So that's looking down, and then my regular monitor's here, and then I'm just drawing here. So you can make anything work. It's just you gotta kind of finagle stuff. What do you want to get out of streaming, Serenity? Like, what's your hope, I guess? Forgot to put my stabilizer back up. You'll be fine though. 1 or 2 times streaming art again, you'll be used to it. If you gotta go potty, ring the bell. You know you gotta ring the bell for potty. Go ring the bell if you gotta go potty. I've got Bruni bell trained. So she has to go potty, she gotta go ring the bell. But I'm pretty sure she's just hungry. But it's not time for dinner yet. Okay. Butters! What are you doing, honey? What are you doing? I'll copy his foot over. This one's on his back with his little nori thing falling down, but I don't know if this one's cute or not. Like, I think I've already got 6. Wow. You're grumpy. So this is like one of those times that Gabe would just bring her into the other room and just have her in there with him. It's hard to figure out what she wants sometimes. Alright, I think I'll just ink this one just in case. I feel a little bad because I think she's like this because we spoiled her. Are you spoiled? Yeah. Yeah, you're spoiled. I know. You're very spoiled. I've heard a lot of rumors lately about Twitch kind of imploding, and all these like top streamers are responding to it, and it's like they've been banning certain people but not other people. Quiet, Bruni. So some people were even like saying to ditch Twitch and to go to Mixer. Bruni, stop. What is your problem? Quiet. Quiet. Oh, for real? Sit comfortably. How low is your desk? Do you not have the right kind of chair? Mixer is a flu? What do you mean? Bruni. Oh, there's a shelf. Why is there a shelf? Get rid of the shelf so you can sit there. You can put a shelf somewhere else. You know, if anybody heard you, they'd think I was hurting you because you sound like you're in pain. Yeah, you're not. Do you want noms? Is that what you want? You want noms? Are you hungry or you gotta go potty? You're just whining. Okay. Oh, it's part of the desk? I say rip that shit out so you can use it. Or get another desk. Or like, you can get like a card table super cheap. Like, we got Gabe a card table for his other side of his desk. And it was like $10, something like that. Super cheap. And now he can like have more space. So I mean, if you just wanted another table to be able to sit comfortably, you might want to think about that. Maybe use that desk that you're using now as like a supplies station and put a desk that's good to sit at next to it so you can utilize both. Bruni, what? I'm talking to people. You're being very rude. You gotta wait. It's not time for noms. Can you lay down? Lay down. Sometimes I think if I can get her to lay down, she'll just conk out. Good girl. Good girl. Sometimes it works. Or she'll just keep crying from there. You just need a new desk, Serenity. Do you have any, like, second-hand stores or anything around? I want to say a Goodwill, but I don't know if you guys have things like that. It's like a Salvation Army or something where you can, like, people donate things and you can go buy them for cheap. One of those types. Brand new? Wait, did you buy it? Why didn't you take it back when you find out it didn't work? Huh? What are you doing? Pulling his arms up? No. Oh. But that wasn't the problem, right? The problem was sitting at the desk, which you were doing with or without the pen display, right? So that shelf is the problem. I don't know, man. I gotta tell you, like, your workstation is one of the most important things. I found out that for 3 years I was using a desk that wasn't doing anything for my creativity, my comfort, anything. Once I got a new desk, my productivity went up like 70%. It was insane. Like, now I'm at my desk like 10 hours a day instead of like maybe 5. Gabe ended up taking my old desk setup, and it seems to suit him a lot better because he's got really long legs and he's tall. But for me, I needed a very specific setup to feel comfortable and cozy and creative. I feel like everybody has like a creative environment they need. And usually if you just kind of dig at the things you like, you'll figure it out. But once I got that into place, everything just kind of fell together. It just worked. And I wasn't able to have that at Von House. So I feel like I haven't been this productive for probably over 5 years at this point now. So let's see, 5 years ago, it's 2014. No, it wasn't 4 years. No, it was 4 years. That was 2015. Yeah, because the end of 2015 was when I moved. So I'll say 4 years. Because the last desk I had that was fantastic was about 4 years ago. And then I moved to a place where I couldn't have it, and then I moved again, and I just lost sight of what I needed in the workspace. But then once I got it again, it was incredible. Like, the difference is insane. Oh my god, Bruni! She might also miss Gabe. Do you miss Papa? Yeah, maybe. Do you miss Papa? Is that why you're crying? Yeah, that's okay. Right, Kitchen? You feel me? Desk happiness. Truth. Come here. You want me to give you love? Come here. Come here. Come here. You're being a jerk. So I'm gonna hold you like I hold the palms. Come here. You wanna drop Mama's tablet? Huh? Do you miss Papa? Is that why you crying? Why are you crying? You're okay. You're okay. Snorty McSnort, snort. Ugh. Okay, so that maybe this one needs some sauce on it. I feel like that'd be weird. Or maybe it looks like it's sun tanning. Maybe I could do that. I think I would do it without an ink line though, if I do put some sauce on the onigiri. Okay. So let's take these into Photoshop now. I'm gonna save it. So this is the ink file. She's gonna be barking at me now because she's getting more aggressive. She's such a goblin. It's so true. She's a big goblin though. She's almost 55 pounds. No, no. 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 Sometimes we can talk. I have no idea what I'm saying to her. Damn, good one. Sometimes she gives a really ugly cry like that. No, see, this is another reason I could only go for an hour, because her dinner time is at like 5:30, so she is pissed. The bulldog hanger is real. Thank you, Kitchen. Let's see. Oh, Serenity, I see. Goodness, you can't even access those drawers. Homie. Okay. Honestly, you might have more space if it wasn't a corner desk. Like if it was just up against one of the walls and didn't have any drawers. It was just a basic bitch desk. I mean, to get comfortable there, you might have to make the cut that, yeah, this desk doesn't work. Time to get a new one, you know? But you'll be happier, I think, once you do. I think it might be worth it. It's so true. I think there's like a feng shui desk situation that is really real, you know? Oh god, I don't even know where I saved this. Where did I save this? Oh god, really? You licking the carpet? Why are you doing that? There's nothing in the carpet, honey. Come here. Do you need all three? I get two, but three... Alright, let's Chancho! That scared the crap out of me. Bruni, go lay down. Leave Chancho alone. Oh my god. Chancho has this like super shrill bark. Not like that. That's like a bark. Yeah. But his is like a... like it's a scream. Chancho does like a scream. I would go feed them right now during the stream, but it actually takes me like 20 minutes to a half an hour because I cook their food. So I might just need to leave soon. Which sucks because now I'm seriously getting into the mood of doing this. Bruni, come on. Quiet. Quiet. I always give you what you want, but I need you to be quiet. Quiet. Oh, she's being so naughty. Okay. Well, how about... ooh, I got an idea. What about getting a regular desk, but having a shelf instead. So that way you're not technically using up the desk space for the monitors. Bruni. Man, it feels really sharp. You know, I'm sure your siblings are hungry too, but they're not making a show like you are. Yeah. You'd think I'd have a hotkey for flipping something, a certain orientation, but I don't. Been using Photoshop since I was 12, and I don't. You know how old my Cintiq is? It's from 2008. I think that's funny, because every time somebody's like, oh, wow, cool, you've got a Cintiq? I'm like, yeah, but it's 11 years old. And they're like, oh. And it's got dents in it. It's got some issues. I think if I were to get a tablet again, I don't know if I'd do the same thing. Oh, Bruni. But I'm the baby. It's true. Oh, and doesn't she know it all the time? Poor Chancho's like, I think he's 3 years old, and Butters is 7 years old. So they really hate dealing with her shit. Can you give me 20 minutes? How annoying is that getting for you guys? Or is it funny? It's okay. For the most part, Kitchen, I mean, Chancho still has problems with Bruni, rightfully so, because Bruni doesn't understand personal bubbles, you know? Is that true? Really? You're that mad? Yeah. Well, you'll have to deal. The only reason you're like this is because I give you everything you want all the time and more. I know, it's because you're spoiled. And this is why I don't get lonely when Gabe is gone. Because I have a princess to please. But sometimes it's funny, if you look at their Instagram, you'll see this latest post I put up is one of Butters, and she's looking at the camera like, oh my god, this other dog is so annoying. Why do we have to deal with this? And I think they do kind of think that. They're kind of tired of her and her shit. Okay, be quiet. You gotta be quiet. Good girl. Good girl. Be quiet. Good girl. I picture this like kids when they're like, Mom, I'm so hungry, I'm dying, Mom. I think it's the exact same thing. I really do. Do you see how fat you are? Do you know how much food I give you? I'm a vegetarian and I cook you chicken. That's right. You know how weird that is? It's so weird. It really feels like it goes against what I'm trying to do as a vegetarian too. It's like a baby goblin. I agree. Honestly, you're not far off in any way. She's very much a goblin. Imagine hearing this noise at night, like before bed. It's kind of funny. Keep going. Keep going. Let's see how long you can go. You're being a whiner. Are you a motorcycle? Ow. Alright, but we're getting to the point I can probably go cook her food soon. Well, does anybody have anything they want to talk about really quick before we end up ending soon? Because my dog is a spoiled baby goblin. You watch out! I'll send you the Goblin King. He'll take you if I think you're a goblin. He'll take you. That's where David Bowie went. You be quiet. Do you want noms? Do you want noms? That's right. You be quiet. Oh my god. Really? Where at? Kitchen, where? That's great. I'm super proud of you for being that brave. A lot of people, it takes them years to build up that kind of bravery, so good work. Is it for your squishy paws? Oh, just a local one. That's good though. That's the best way to do it, is to start local, and then once you get used to how conventions work, move up from there. That's very, very smart. Is it just an anime con, comic con, furry con? What kind of con? Goodness. No, you're very smart. That's what you do. Oh, now she's storming around the room. Don't you yell at Butters. She didn't do anything. Oh, it's a furry con. Nice. Well, then obviously you're gonna do really well there. If it was like an anime or a Comic-Con, that's a harder press, seeing as your stuff is kind of specialized, but since you're already going to your demographic, I think you're gonna make total bank. You're so smart, I'm so proud of you. You're gonna do great. When is it? Bruni, are you in the kitchen yelling? I kind of prefer that. Still. What do you mean? Oh. God, I hate that. Man, I turned around to check something and now I don't know what I was doing. Oh. What is it, Chancho? Oh, not till spring? That's okay, that's still good. I actually signed up and got into a FurryCon as well. I wasn't gonna mention it until I did it to see if it was good or not, but I figured with how many people have told me, hey, you should try a FurryCon, I figured I would. Though I've had really bad experiences with the furry community, and doing commissions for them. Enough people have basically changed that for me, or at least told me, hey, you know, give them another chance. And of course I always will. I don't like blanketing groups of people at any time. I think that's a very naive thing to do, like just to blanket groups of people, so I won't do that. But I figure, hey, these people like animals, I like animals, let's go for it. So I too am in one. Hey, kitchen, that's good. First 100, nice. Just remember not to get caught up in that. Even I still do sometimes. I actually purposefully stopped posting for a while lately because I don't know, I don't care how strong you are mentally, that stuff will get to you sometimes, you know? Like for me, it's not, you know, how many I don't have, it's just how long I've been doing this without any sort of, I don't know, I've been doing this for over 6 years, and some of the people that started after me have more than I do, and I just get worried that it's more stuff that's out of my control, and that pisses me off when something's out of my control because I can't fix it. So that's what I don't like. That's what I just really don't like. I think you do a good job though posting, oh, I got new fabric, I'm working on this right now. Work in progresses and just updates, especially when you don't have like an illustrative profile. Your profile's very 3D. You know, you can do pictures of anything, like if something inspires you, show people like, oh, this inspired me to do the next paw set and blah blah blah. You could do anything. Alright. Do you want noms? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Well, Kitchen, I'm very proud of you. I think that's a huge step. And you're gonna get a lot of follows from doing a convention, because really, like, every con I do, if it's a bigger con, it's like 20 to 30 new follows, and it's because you're there in person. In person can never, like, internet can never be as good as in person if you can actually meet people and make an impression. It's 100 times better, especially in this day and age, so you're doing a good thing. Alright, I'm gonna go feed them, because she's getting on my nerves. Sorry this is a short stream, but hopefully maybe next week I'll be able to stream normal. I mean, it's the week before Dragon Con, but hopefully I'll be caught up enough, or at least have some things I can work on the stream. If not, please don't hate me. It has been a trying month, so anyway, I guess Gabe will probably be streaming on Wednesday. Me on Fridays. I'll still try to stream once in a while if I've got something I can do, but you guys rule. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me when it's just me and the pups. You help me from going crazy. Anyway, till next time. Take care of yourselves, okay? Thank you, Kitchen. Thank you, Serenity. Bye, Jazz. See you guys later. Bye-bye.